I see what ho, chaps and chappets, Game Chap and Bertie here.
Yes.
Yes, indeed, fellows, and I dare say we are now taking a look here at Battlefield Hardline on PS4, the new shooter from EA. And I dare say this is, of course, a little video here to show you some of the gameplay as an enforcer on the police and criminal side, and of course to say, does this game stack up to the predecessor, Battlefield 4?
Most certainly, we thought you'd like to see this, and you'll be perhaps you are, or maybe not surprised. We play all sorts of games, and this as well.
We do indeed, and we do our best, I say. As you can see, I'm currently in here as... Oh dear, I've just been shot, but never mind.
Oh.
I am, of course, in here as an enforcer for videos, making use of the shotgun and indeed the ammo box, dropping ammo for the teammates there. I like to play the support role in Battlefield because, of course, it gives you lots of options to help out your team and earn points while you're doing it.
Right, okay, so there's no doubt about it at all that Battlefield is a jolly good game in terms of how it plays out, you know,
yes.
Destructive or terrain and all the rest of it.
That's right.
Very, very good indeed.
Yes.
And we've seen the Battlefield of previous, basically the standard thing where you've got armies fighting against each other.
That's
Russians,
right.
Chinese, Americans, whatever it might be.
We had all that before, that's right.
But this, of course, is actually a slightly different sort of look at it, where we're looking at, cops and robbers, really, aren't we?
Basically, yes it is. So you've got large, if you will, squads or teams of cops going in against criminal hideouts and basically areas where thieves loom large, and of course using lethal force to take them out, you'll see.
Most certainly, and what's rather interesting is the robbers, or bad guys, if you can call them that, also have things such as helicopters as well, so they've obviously got some money.
That's right. We're perhaps talking about organised crime here, I think, old chaps.
I think we are.
Some heavy-hitting criminals who have access to some heavy-hitting tech, like helicopters, and of course, a whole host of weaponry, no doubt. So, of course, you have both sides here in the fray, and despite the more, shall we say, civil theme, it actually plays out very similarly to Battlefield 4 on the whole. I have to say, one of the things I did notice is the combat seems to be generally more infantry-focused, but there are, of course, many ways you can use vehicles too in classic Battlefield style.
Most certainly, you've got little pickups there, you've got sort of trucks you can jump in, helicopters as well, things like that, police vehicles, etc., as well as sort of robbers' vehicles and things.
That's right, of course, grenade kill there, not bad. You have, of course, also, instead of things like regular army jeeps, you've actually got things like squad cars, utility vans, etc., and so forth, and of course the famous police SWAT vans, all that sort of thing. So you have a sort of, a civil police feel to the game. It's a bit like Battlefield 4, if you will, with that kind of police touch or overall flavour to the game.
Most certainly. Now, from what we've been playing the game and had a look at it, and it does seem to play well. It's rather fun to play. The environments are interesting and well thought out, and it works, I think.
That's right, of course. Playing here on PS4 is a different experience to on PC. You have to get used to those controls at first, but of course the overall feel of the gameplay is still very much intact. We've got that fast-paced, quick-thinking Battlefield shooter gameplay we've come to know and love from the series, and of course, as Bertie said earlier, you do have the destructible environments, which really adds a lot to the game, if you ask me.
Most certainly, destructible environments, and of course the advantage of playing on a PS4 is, of course, you can play it on a larger screen. We've got a very large screen here we're playing it on, and I think it makes for a better gaming experience.
It does, old chap. As you can see here, just going through the game's environments, they are very well rendered, the graphics looking very impressive on PS4, and they've got all the right sights and sounds, the cops and robbers, they have various statements they make, you can hear the birdies tweeting in the background, you've got the weather system which works, you can see enemies at a distance there and try to pick them off. I don't think this is going to work, actually. Let's have a look, shall we? I'm not sure now. It's rather hard to hit people with the handgun, as you can see there.
Not bad at all.
I bet he's got a sniper rifle, old chap.
Well,
I bet he has. But anyway, I say, there goes the old squad car. Good show.
It's a squad car. Okay,
all right.
So let's just have a look at some of the gameplay as we're actually playing now.
That's right.
You're playing an Enforcer class, are you?
And this is, of course, the Enforcer, who was previously known as the Support class in Battlefield 4. As I said earlier, he can, of course, make use of shotguns. It was previously the LMG in BF4, of course, but in this game you start off with the shotgun, and you can also unlock what I believe is a battle rifle, as well as, of course, making use of breaching charges, that's the new C4, and indeed ammo boxes to resupply your teammates with ammo.
Right, okay, so the strategy here with the Enforcer, as you say, he's carrying a shotgun.
Yes.
And of course that's a fairly close range
Bad
weapon.
parking, is that?
Not any good at this deadly at close range, but
Yes.
as you begin to extend the range there, it becomes less and less useful, and I think they've got that right here. If you're too far away from an enemy with this shotgun, it just won't kill them.
No, that's right. Of course, if you do hit an enemy up close with the shotgun, it's almost always a one-hit kill. But try anything more than medium range and you'll be firing again and again and again. And it's not very effective, I have to say.
Most certainly. And your secondary weapon here is a handgun, I believe. Is this right?
Yes, that's right. Of course, making use of a handgun, which is surprisingly good, actually. It's a very useful sidearm. Here comes an incoming crew car there. That's a robber car, you know. Can we shoot through that glass? Oh my word! Goodness me!
Oh, yes, we took that out.
Good.
Or someone took it out.
That was a killer assist, old boy. Very handy.
Yes, nice.
I must say, I didn't have the pleasure of making use of the C4 charge up until now. It's a rather handy item which you have to unlock in this game, actually, by spending, I think, about 25,000 in-game dollars, which you can earn by doing various things and earning points. And unlike the previous game, as I said there, you'll have to actually spend cash to unlock your character's upgrades, new, combat fatigues, or in this case, camouflage, weapon camouflage, new weapons, perks, etc., and so forth.
Yes, just going inside the buildings there, as you can see, the buildings are very well done indeed, with lots of detail inside there.
Yes, that's right. Of course, all the environments are very well rendered, and of course, many of them are fully destructible, which is very impressive.
That's right, breaking glass, the whole bit.
That's right.
Pushing, tables up, turning, whatever it might be. So that's very well done. Adds a lot to the flavour of the game.
Indeed, there's a real sense of tenseness here to the combat as you're going from room to room, searching for those robbers, and you really have to be lightning fast. Very much you're required to think on your feet because the slightest shot from a gun can put you down fast. It's quite realistic like that, I suppose, old chap. Right. It's not, shoot them over and over and over again. It really is quite real there because, of course, one shotgun hit, a few assault rifle rounds, and they're down.
Well, the fact you've said that, this is what I like about the Battlefield games, is because they are more realistic. There's many games out there where, you can be shot many, many times, or the character can be shot many times, and they start getting little blood sort of things showing up, or whenever their health goes down. But, of course, with Battlefield, as you say, it's one or two shots, you're out.
That's
as
right.
It would be in real life. They might take one hit from some body armour, but not too many if they get another headshot or whatever.
Oh, no, that's right, old chap. Of course, it's not fully realistic in the Battlefield series, but it does have that sense of authenticity to everything it does. The games, the vehicles, the weapons, the system by which the weapons cause damage, etc., and so forth.
Yes, indeed. So, just for those that are watching, the chaps and chapettes out there watching this, who may have never played Battlefield before, or perhaps they have, I don't know. But if
there's a lot of them, old chap. I don't think that's going to work, actually. Carry on.
I don't think that's going to work, but never mind, we'll keep going. Yes, but just about those, what's it all about then, the actual game? It's not just about going through blasting randomly, is it? There's actually an objective to this. What is that?
Well, of course, the objective in the multiplayer mode of Battlefield is to secure what's known as the control points on the map, okay? You've got A, B, C, D, and E in this particular map, and of course the object here is the more control points you own, and your team owns, the faster the rate that the enemy tickets will drain away.
Right.
Now, of course, tickets in this game are like your, they're like your team's lives, if you will. This is very much a team-based shooter in the Conquest large mode. You don't just go on here and try to shoot people, you go on here and try to capture objective points. Oh, thank you very much, because of course, capturing those objective points, as I said, gives your team the advantage over the other team, and the team at the end of the round with the most tickets left will win the whole round.
I see, right.
Right.
So that sort of readout we've got there on the left-hand side there.
Yes.
We've got there...
This is a very close match, LJ.
This
Look
is
how
a close match.
Those bars are very close.
We've got A, B, C, D there. We've got A, B in blue, C, D, I think, is it E?
C, oh dear, no, we are
in
losing.
The red.
We are losing here. We're going to have to move here fast to take back some of those objective points, old chap.
So we're blue, we've got A and B points, and they've got C and...
E at the moment, but of course D is going, as you can see. Yes. Now, of course, you'll want to head to the points of being captured like I'm doing now and try to take out the enemy presence there. That will, of course, return control of those points to your team after you've captured them back. So let's see who's causing the trouble here, shall we? He's at point A. I just don't know. I can't see anyone around here. No, we're taking the point back now, okay?
We're taking the point. So standing in the point here...
That's right.
Maintaining our positions here takes the point back.
We have someone over here. He is fodder, actually, I think. Oh, yes, with the handgun there.
With the handgun.
Good
shot.
All right, okay, and a promotion there too. So I think we've cleared the area now, but it doesn't hurt to check, I say. Let's just stay around this area for a little bit longer. Contested, you see. That means someone around here is trying to cap or capture the point.
Right,
so
okay.
I wonder where he's gone.
Well, he's hiding somewhere.
There he is on the right-hand side. Let's close him now for the kill, shall we, with the old shotgun, and steady, and there we go.
Oh, there he goes.
Okay, I actually missed the first shot, but when you do hit them, it's a one-hit kill up close.
You most certainly do, yes indeed. Now, I wonder if the boats, you can ride in the boats or not.
I'm not sure, actually. I haven't tried going in boats in this one. I know you could in the previous one, but I did try flying in helicopters, going in squad cars and all sorts, and it's jolly good fun, you know.
Yes, it is rather spiffing fun, there's no doubt about that.
Yes, of course, I have to say I'm a bit of a rather good helicopter pilot myself, you know, but be warned, if you do choose to fly by helicopter, there are many people who can't fly to save their lives, literally, so watch out.
Well, that's the thing, if you're in a helicopter where the people controlling it don't really know the controls very well,
yes.
then you'll quickly crash and that'll be the end of that.
That's right, old boy, and I have to say the approximate comparison I could draw there is if a cow was flying the helicopter, you might see a similar sort of result, I think, but
yes, that's
anyway,
right.
There we are. As you can see, very fails. We are now taking cover here. Now, of course, cover in the game is very, very important. If you go rushing out into the open, you can expect people to pick you off with sniper rifles, assault rifles, etc. and so forth, especially if you're a shotgun user like I am.
Most certainly. I see you're throwing ammunition out there every now and again. So you can do that to your fellow players, yes?
To your good buddies, indeed, you can throw down ammunition boxes that will, of course, restock their weapons and gadgets, and in doing so, you'll also get a little point bonus, which is quite nice as well.
Right, so we're on the police side now, are we, or the other side?
Yes.
Side?
Now, in the multiplayer mode games I played, of course, your team is randomly assigned. You can't choose to be cops or robbers, but of course, both of them are rather fun to play as, and I think some kind of controller's just been disconnected there, but anyway, let's carry on. Both sides are fun to play as, and they are more or less the same. It seems to me as if certain teams may have a certain type of weapon that only they can use, although I'm not entirely sure. I haven't fully explored that yet, but needless to say, each side rather is more or less fully balanced, and they're basically just reskins of each other in terms of the vehicles and weapons you can use.
Right, okay, yes, indeed. So well detailed, though, I can say that's one thing about it.
Yes, as you may have noticed now, the weather has changed to rain, of course. There's a storm blowing over, and we are now trying to assault this objective point. We are on the roof, but the robbers are inside. A classic police scenario here. But of course, I have to say, the overall game, whilst very well done, if you ask me, it does carry a touch of the whimsy about it, I think, old chap.
Whimsy?
Yes, because, in Battlefield 4, it's very believable that these soldiers would be going around all the time shooting each other, just like that,
Yes.
Whereas in this
nice
game...
shot.
Thank you, old chap. In this game, you've got cops and robbers killing each other, basically, all the time. And if that happened, we wouldn't have many of either left, I think, old chap.
Well, I think there's something like that's supposed to happen anyway, but never mind. Obviously, the whole criminal thing here is supposed to have got completely out of hand.
Yes.
And
shouldn't they sit in the army, old chap, at this point, really?
Well, maybe the army's busy somewhere else doing some more Battlefield 4 work.
The army's trying to save the world, I'm sure, from nuclear plots and things like that. Anyway, let's see now. Who are you shooting, sir? Oh, you're shooting him. Right. Okay, I'll bear that in mind next time. Thank you. Anyway, as you can see, Fidels, of course, just in action...
He just flew!
He's just flown.
It's like he said, no, yes, and he's just going to dive somewhere suddenly.
I think he was killed, actually. Oh, someone's revived me. How sporting of you. Thank you. There we are.
Right, so you can revive people as well.
He's dead now, the actual chap who revived me, but never mind.
But never mind. I mean, he went out honourably, didn't he?
He did, old chap. Yes, of course, if you're playing as the assault role in this game, which I forget the name now, but it allows you to... Grenade! Well, there we go. If you're playing as the assault role in this game, Fails, you can revive people using, of course, the old defibrillator, which is rather handy for picking people up off the ground, but you shouldn't really revive unless the area is clear. If you've still got chaps popping rounds in, you'd be better, I say, pulling back for defence rather than trying to revive your teammate and both getting killed in the process.
Certainly, so it's not just about going around and just shooting things. There's some strategy here. You can throw your ammunition out, you can revive team players. Exactly how many teams or how many players are on your team now, on the side?
Well, two teams, of course, with 32 players per team. As you can see, I'm taking people out here, but strategically, I'm not looking to kill soldiers per se, but rather capture control points, because when you capture control points, you win the round, old chap.
You capture control points, but yes, you win the round.
Not everyone knows that, old boy.
No, they don't, you see, that's the thing. Also,
and you win the round like that, old chap. There you go. Thank you very much, I say.
Got the round, so there we are.
Arcady is actually 0.95, I think. They're not too bad, I suppose, and a score of 5,118, and yes, some perks coming in there, thick and fast, alright.
Not bad at all, that's pretty good.
Okay, fellows, that is of course a round of Battlefield Hardline, rather exciting, and I dare say, perhaps if you've played previous games in the series, you can see the similarities there. Number 3, not bad.
Not 3, on the scoreboard, that's how well you performed there, yes?
Yes, not bad, you can see your score and placing at the end of the round there.
Now they know you're Game Chap Esquire.
Well, of course they do. And
so if they see us online, they know it's us.
They know it's us, old chap.
Oh, yeah.
They are, Vales. We are now on a different map here, playing as the good old criminals, or the bad old criminals, if you will.
Right.
This time on the bank job map, which of course revolves around, you guessed it, a bank, you know.
Okay, so this is the bank robbers, which would make sense, I suppose.
Hold on, I think it's the bank. I may be wrong there, actually. I'm not sure. I'm not fully familiar with the map names yet, but in any case...
Which came first, the robbers or the bank?
That's a good question, old boy. You never do know, do you?
Yes.
As you can see, Vales, we're playing here on a city map all the same, and indeed using the robber enforcer this time, who is basically the same as the policeman equivalent, but of course he speaks with a bit of a gruff voice, you'll see, because he's a bad guy.
Yes, a little bit gruff.
There's one, there's a police officer, I say. Oh, awfully sorry, old chap.
So we shot him. That was a rather good shot, wasn't it?
Well, yes, I suppose it was. As you can see, Vales, we're going to do a bit of capturing of this control point now, and we're going to try and hide in the good old elevators. I mean, who hasn't done that in Battlefield before? Right, it's a bit of a desperation tactic, but we are very much behind, as you can see. We have a small sliver of blue left on our team's bar, so we're about to lose.
Right, okay, so we're going to try to stop that, I suppose.
Well, that's the theory. I mean, that's the idea, old chap. I can't promise anything. Let's have a look here. We're going to try and just take... there's someone there, and he's down.
He's down and shot.
All right, okay, but unfortunately, I think the whole area is crawling with baddies. As you can see, the control point status there indicates the enemies are capturing this area, and we are losing it. So this is bad.
We're not doing too bad with this strategy. I think
I'm the only one here.
Well, I think we're giving the rest of the side a bit of a lift, aren't we?
Yes, I think we are. Good morning. How are you? I threw a grenade out, but unfortunately, he has stunned me, so I'm finished. Oh dear, that was a bit uncouth, wasn't it, old chap?
Yes, it was indeed. Yes,
he got me with the taser there.
Unfortunately, the pressure was elevated there, but never mind.
Yes, that's right. As you can see, Fidels, the taser there is, of course, or in this case, a dart tracker, I think, is a new weapon to this game that you can only use in Battlefield Hardline. Of course, you've got some various police kit here, and also you have other things like grappling hooks you can use, which you couldn't use. Good morning, Tsar, which you couldn't use before, you know.
You've got a taser. That's rather fun.
We actually lost that one.
We lost.
That wasn't quite as good that round.
Should we cut that bit out and don't show them?
We should cut that bit.
Oh, we will then. Just make sure you remember.
As you can see, Vales, we are now here, back once more, this time playing as the police again, and we are inside a squad car here. Thanks for the ride, old chap.
Yes, so we're in the squad car, rather fun. So here we go, in our squad car with the old shotgun there.
But of course, if you come from England, you might think I'm driving this car. I'm actually not. My squad mate on the left-hand side there is driving, and I'm riding shotgun, if you pardon the awful pun there.
Ah, yes, of course.
That was a good pun, really, wasn't it?
They drive on the other side of the wrong side of the car over there, don't they?
They do, on the wrong side of the road,
we
yes.
do on the other side, see?
Yes, riding shotgun with the shotgun, you'll see. So,
okay, right, so
he's got
a police car there.
He's got his police car, and he's catching the point, as am I, and I'm going to get back inside this car now, actually, and say, out with the grenade, off we go, and with a mighty explosion we go off into the sunset.
Right, that's it.
That's how it's done, you
Mind the portaloos.
The cool guys don't look at explosions, they tell me, old chap.
Of course they don't, never.
So we are going to the next objective point now, which I think is on E, as you can see. We are the last man in the squad, being the whole squad's been wiped out, but we're still alive.
We're still alive, right. When you say squad, is this what is a squad exactly?
Right, good question.
The Chaps and Chaps if you don't know.
Yes, a squad is, of course, if you will, a team inside the team, okay? So you have a small squad of men who you can work closely with. By reinforcing and backing up your squad, you'll gain additional bonus points. However, you are, of course, part of the whole team as well as your small squad. That is something that was taken from the Battlefield main series, of course.
Right, okay, so that's how it works. So a small team within the big team.
That's right. I'm
good
just
way of going
to choose a perk here, which you didn't get in Battlefield 4. That's a reduced fall perk there, I think. Rather handy because of some kind of upgrade I just got there, rather useful. The chap in green there with the green tag above his head is, of course, my squad mate. So by sticking close to your squad mate, you can, of course, get a better idea and sense of control on the battlefield. Stop, taxi! Thank you very much, sir. Awfully kind of you.
Right.
As you can see there, just taking the squad car once more. Now, with your squad on hand then, oh, I say, my word, it's all happening, old chap.
It most certainly is. We've just been hit there by
what's going on here?
A robber.
Yes, and I think, has he died? He's died. The driver's down. The driver's down.
Quickly get out.
Officer down, I say. That's bad. We are out the car, as you can see,
right.
But I think the criminal in question has already been detained. Yes, he has.
Good. Okay, so our squad members are green, our other members are just blue, and
yes.
the bad boys are red.
That's right. In this case, I'm actually the squad leader. Oh, would you mind, sir? God, as me just standing there.
He doesn't even know you're standing there.
My word, he didn't have a clue, old boy.
Did you see that?
No, he just sort of staring off into space.
Yes,
he was obviously he was distracted by our commentary. Thank you very much, I say. Yes. Oh, right. Thanks for that.
What were you distracted by?
Right, I think someone tried to revive me in an active combat zone, but that's all right, we'll let him off, you know. There we are, but as you can see.
So you learn there, for those of you watching and want to play this game, or saying, don't just stand there admiring the scenery.
No,
because you'll quickly get removed.
Okay, so back on the subject of squads then. Oh, I say it's an officer. I think I got him. There we are.
It's a good shot.
Okay, there's no one around the corner there.
Was that an officer?
It was a bad boy, yes, I think. Oh, yes, it was. And I do think...
Well, I thought we were officers.
We are officers, of course. No, we are officers. Oh, we are officers.
I'm
awfully sorry. That was a criminal. A hardened thug,
robber.
A common bandit. Okay, so anyways, of course, getting back on the point of squads there, you can, of course, spawn in on your squad members, giving you a tactical advantage as long as your squad aren't durbrains. Now, if you have durbrains for squad members, they will, of course, be doing stupid things like waltzing around random areas. But I say, hello!
Oh, look at that!
How are you doing? Be a good squad mate to your team, fellows, and try to capture the points. Then your squad mates can spawn on you, and you can achieve the points for your team instead of just waltzing around shooting random people.
Exactly, wondering what's going on and then getting knocked out again.
That's right, of course. Yes. Squads and teams are of paramount importance in this game, and unfortunately, no matter how good you are, if you have a bad team, there really isn't much you can do, you know.
Yes, almost certainly. There's nothing much you can do at all apart from try to do your best.
Exactly, of course, unless you're one of those crazy pros who flies around the helicopters all day, and there are some of those out there, I'm sure. Let's try to avoid getting killed. Grenade out! Grenade out! Okay, there's loads and loads of them, and we're gone. Oh, well, never mind. We had a go, old chap.
Well,
now,
yes.
Of course, we got a kill assist there, not too bad.
A kill assist?
We bit back, old chap.
That's good. Right, okay, our grenade must have given us that.
That's right. Now, with maps that are larger and more open plan like this one, of course, the weapon shotgun is not necessarily the best choice. Now, unfortunately, support being my preferred class, it's the only one I've really tried in this game, so I'm a bit loath to switch class now. But unfortunately, as I said, unless you're up close and personal, rather like it is here, you'll be much better off using either an assault rifle or a sniper rifle or a mechanic rifle or something like that.
Yes, and watch the snipers as well, because you can play that class.
And for some reason, I'm waltzing out in the open here. You shouldn't really be in the open. Here's an officer. Equipment, I mean, good day, and how are you? Oh, thank you. Right.
He's okay, thanks.
He's all right. He doesn't need my help at all, little chap. But the squad...
You see, slightly out of range there, I think, for the shotgun. You see, that's the only thing with the shotty.
That's right.
Close, very close. That was quite close, but he had an advantage over us with his automatic weapon, whatever he had.
Yes, and of course, getting used to the controls on PS4 with a single-shot shotgun is not necessarily all that smart. I threw a grenade by mistake. Never mind. How that's for free, chaps. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so as you can see there, videos, I just gave an order to the squad to attack point C. Now, you can do that when you're the squad leader, and if your squad mates are good boys and follow what you say, you'll get a little bonus whenever they follow your orders.
No, that's good. So a good squad leader can, make people feel happy and take points and all sorts, and hopefully win.
That's the idea, old chap, indeed. Oh, no, not again. Oh, dear, the enemy are overrunning this point, aren't they,
most certainly are. And as I said earlier, you have to be careful of the old snipers, because they will sit miles away, you don't even know they're there.
Oh, yes.
And they shoot you, and you don't wonder what's going on and why you're getting angry again.
They did that in Battlefield 4, and they'll do it again to you here, videos, and for sure, particularly on those maps with high buildings. So we have the utility van here now, driving on to our destination. You can click in the right stick here to switch to a third-person view, as you can see, which I prefer to drive in, I must say.
Ah, it's a handy little van to be in.
It's a handy van.
So overall, we quite like this. This is rather fun to play, is it not?
I have to say, the game has taken my liking, why it is quite good. It certainly has the graphics to match the gameplay here on PS4. Quite impressive, I have to say. The controls perhaps not quite as tight as PC, but overall the experience is quite good, I have to say.
It's very fun, and of course it's very much a hands-on sort of game. You can't sort of sit down and sit back in your chair. You're on your seat all the time.
Oh, yes.
You have to move and be quick, and it's a very sharp game.
You've really got to be on your toes with this game, fails. It does punish mistakes severely, and of course if you're standing there admiring the scenery, you'll get shot fast, and this looks bad, and I think they're going to... Yes, well, there you go. That's how it's done, old chap. And I think he shot us, actually, but let's... Oh, someone's got him. Good show. All
good.
Right. Okay, there you are, Videos, of course, a very fast-paced shooter in the form of Battlefield Hardline, cops against robbers. What do you make of this? Is this the sort of game you're liable to play? Do you think it has a steep learning curve? I think it does, old chap.
Oh, it's got a steep learning curve, but the cops and robbers, do you think that's a good idea? Or would you just prefer just to have armies fighting against each other? I think cops and robbers works in a way.
I think we have a very fresh spin on the whole Battlefield theme here, old chap, with cops and robbers, something people perhaps weren't expecting from EA, and I personally am very much looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with Star Wars Battlefront as well.
Oh, this should be fun, yeah.
Should be very fun. We've seen what they can do here with the police spin, and of course the Star Wars theme, no doubt, will be very, very exciting too.
I think that would be very good, yes.
Yes, indeed, fellows. I tell you, this has been Game Chat and Birdie presenting you Battlefield Hardline on PS4. Do let us know what you think, I say, and apologies for the kills there. It's rather hard trying to commentate and play at the same time.
Oh, rubbish, don't make a miscue. This is my go. Give it to me.
No nonsense, I say.
Come on, let's go now.
You fellows. Tidy out, I say. Do you understand? No, Birdie, not again, old chap.
That was your fault.
It wasn't. That's a learn.